Okay, F14 Tomcat, San Francisco Airport. Taking off. Doing a quick flight across the bay to the Goldengate Bridge, and then I'm going to be flying underneath it. I'm not quite sure what speed I was doing, pretty fast. Going around the other side of the bay there. Probably should have gone a bit further out around, but to get the right angle to go under the bridge I had to make a last minute adjustment before I got there. Zoom back here a bit. Zoom this back a bit too. And the fly past view. So going around here, as you can see, and there's San Francisco itself, the city. What I'm going to do is I should have come in around here. I've got to go straight through that way, so next time I might do that. So there's the city, there's San Francisco Bridge, and the Goldengate Bridge is behind here. Here it is, you can just see it here. So I've got to get right around here. I'm still turning a bit early, I think, there. Line up here, I'm still a bit too far. Should have been out here further. So I'll do that next time. There's the bridge. I've got to line up straight so I go straight underneath it, but I'll get there. Currently doing 550 knots, 1300 feet. I've got to go under at about 100 feet. That's Alcatraz Island, the famous ex-prison. Used to be a prison where Al Capone was kept captive. And I'm going to go under this bridge in different viewpoints several times here. That'll mean I have to click on this and come back again. So here I'm going. So I'll do the cockpit view first. Here I'm doing 600 knots, 200 feet here, going down 100 feet underneath and rising up again. Okay, let's change views and go back. Okay, this is from the rear view, as though I was in another aircraft following behind. As you can see, the water is very, very close, and whoa, almost hit the top of the bridge. I'm going to come back in another view. This is a side view, so it's flying side by side. I need to get right in line. So if I was another aircraft flying alongside, this is how it would look. As you can see, it is very close to the water, just rising a little bit there. I could have come a little bit further down. Okay. I'm going to go to another view, which is this one, from the other side. There we go, under the bridge. And now I'm going to do another view again, which is the fly past view. You can see it's a little bit on the high side. So that's the actual flight. I then went into a bit of a climb here and attempted to do a quick turnaround. I don't think I did it quite right. Lost orientation. what I wanted to do here was to go straight up and then do a roll and come back in the opposite direction. I have done that before and it's quite effective, rather than just doing a turn, which is not that easy. So here I go, I'm going up. I should have gone a bit further over the top. Oh no, I rolled a bit too early there. So I'm too high. The idea was I wanted to come round. I wanted to come back down here and into there, but you can't see that much from the cockpit. When you're looking, I'll show you. In the cockpit, you can't see where the bridge is, unless you really know the terrain well. Now if I kept going there I would have been okay, but I'm too high anyway. All I could see there was water from that viewpoint. Like that. And turn the wrong way. Anyway, not to worry, so I'm going to skim back now over the city itself and then go for a landing, which will do a reasonable job, except for some reason after landing the steering is not responsive and it's very hard to keep the thing straight on the runway. You do your pedals and everything and nothing happens, and when it does it goes too far. So I'm going to just see if I can find out what's causing that. Anyway, a little bit of a fast forward here. I'll just flick forward a bit. So we're coming into the landing phase here, the wheels coming down. Lining up for the left runway there. I'll zoom around the other side. I just have the air brakes on there, slow down a bit. Lining up quite nicely here, so not a problem with the actual landing. Front view. I'll actually get rear view here so we can see from the back what's going on. Let's see, I'll hit the air brakes a minute. Now I'm coming in a little bit fast, which is fine, which is what I want to do. 300 feet. I'm a little bit on the low side there, but I want to get the speed down, so I'll put the air brakes on here. You see that? I've still got the throttle open somewhat, and now ideal speed at 125, 130 knots. Coming in here, landed, and then it goes all off over the place for some reason. I've got the turn here, the tail, and I drop down again and it goes off again. So I've got to keep bringing my nose up so I can, because it won't work on the wheel. The wheel doesn't steer if you try to steer it on the wheel. It just keeps skidding. Anyway, that's where it is, and that's flying under the San Francisco Bridge at 600 knots, which is about 1200 kilometers an hour. That's over the speed of sound.